Not a lot of people are happy about the new Snow White movie, and it's not even coming out until next year. There are a lot of changes made as pointed out by the lead actors. Take a look at this clip.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows.
We have a young woman who's 15 seconds into her career saying, oh yeah, I just did it because I needed the money. It's like, listen, to be in this industry is not a right, it's a privilege. And the fact that you are in this blockbuster movie that's opening in hundreds of theaters, and there's a team of people, hair, makeup, wardrobe, to make sure you look great, to walk red carpets. There are people folding sweaters and working in the back of kitchens and doing all kinds of jobs that they don't like for money. You are working in your passion, my dear, and you are getting this opportunity, and I think she could have had more tact.
After months of non-stop backlash and fan outrage, it looks like Disney finally snapped. Rachel Zegler is out. Yep, you heard that right. The rumors are true. Word is, Disney just gave her the axe from Snow White, and they've already tapped none other than Jenna Ortega to take over the iconic role. But here's where it gets wild. Insiders are whispering that a massive reshoot is underway. And guess what? The original Snow White storyline is reportedly making a full-blown comeback. This all comes after months of mounting pressure from fans, demanding that Rachel be replaced. And when box office analysts started warning Disney that keeping her could tank their numbers, that was the final straw. It all started when word spread that Disney might ditch the Seven Dwarfs altogether and replace them with average height actors. That alone had purists fuming, because let's be real, the dwarfs are the story. But while fans were begging Disney to stay loyal to the original, Rachel Zegler was out here making comments that set the internet on fire.
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
In one interview, Rachel casually admitted she wasn't a fan of the original cartoon. Like, at all. She criticized how Snow White and Prince Charming were portrayed, and let's just say, that did not sit well with fans. She went on to explain that the new version would be a feminist retelling, with Snow White taking charge and not waiting around for a prince to save her. Cue the uproar. Disney diehards weren't having it. Many argued, if you want to make a woke feminist movie, write a new one. Don't touch a beloved classic just to push a new agenda. But Rachel doubled down. In another jaw-dropping interview, she basically said her Snow White isn't about love, doesn't dream of romance, and refuses to be defined by a prince. Oh, and plot twist. She hinted that Prince Charming might be the villain in the remake? Yeah. Fans were stunned. While some applauded the bold direction, the overwhelming reaction was outrage. People didn't want a rewritten fairy tale. They wanted the fairy tale. And then she dropped the biggest bombshell yet. She told Variety she only watched the original Snow White once, and the title sounded terrifying. You could practically hear Disney's PR team screaming.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. Like, I'm being so serious. I watched it once and then I went on the ride in Disney World, which was called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something a little kid would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again. So I watched it for the first time in probably 16, 17 years when I was doing that.
At that point, the fandom had enough. Calls to boot her from the movie skyrocketed, and it wasn't just Twitter drama anymore. On Piers Morgan, commentator Tommy Lahren jumped in, slamming the direction of the remake and calling the changes flat-out disrespectful.
Yeah, they certainly are. Now listen, if Disney wants to make more woke films that tank at the box office, they are more than welcome to do that, but maybe think of an original idea. Maybe not destroy a classic from my childhood and put an actress in there that not only hates the plot and the storyline of the movie she's in, but also seemingly hates Snow White the character herself.
Tommy didn't hold back. She said Disney should honor the story that defined so many childhoods. Fans were stunned that Disney hadn't dropped Rachel sooner, considering her interviews were basically just one PR disaster after another. But if you thought her past comments were bad, buckle up. In a moment that had fans screaming, Rachel suggested she deserved extra compensation for wearing the princess dress. Yes, She literally called it a dress surcharge. That comment blew up online. Fans labeled her entitled and out of touch, with hashtag #DropRachel trending within hours. Trying to clean up the mess, Rachel posted a throwback photo of herself in princess costumes, including one as Snow White. But the caption? Way too snarky for someone playing a Disney princess. Extremely appreciative of the love I feel from those defending me online, but please don't tag me in the nonsensical discourse about my casting. I really, truly do not want to see it, so I leave you with these photos. I hope every child knows they can be a princess, no matter what. Just when you thought the chaos had died down. Enter YouTuber Mike Zero, who dropped a bombshell. He claimed Rachel's role might be short-lived because Disney execs were reportedly on the fence about keeping her for any sequel. Behind the scenes, things were shifting fast. Well, now it looks like that decision's been made. According to sources close to Disney HQ, the board finally gave into the outrage. Rachel is officially out. The studio reportedly analyzed the public perception and realized keeping her in could mean box office disaster. And who's in her place? Yep, Jenna Ortega. Inside sources confirm she's officially stepping in, and reshoots are already underway. And get this, the real reason for the movie's delayed release wasn't the Hollywood strike. It was because Disney had quietly started filming all over again. And this time, they're sticking to the original storyline. Word is, Jenna's been incredibly grateful for the opportunity.
She knows what a huge deal this role is.
After her breakout success with Wednesday, she's been looking for that next big hit, and this might just be it. Plus, she's no stranger to Disney. She starred in Stuck in the Middle back in the day, so the Mouse House knows her well. Now, Disney hasn't officially made a public statement yet, but when the new trailer drops, that's when the switch is expected to be revealed. In the meantime, the fans have already caught on, and here's what some of them are saying. If Jenna Ortega were to play Snow White in the new movie, I would go see it hands down, but this new woman who's playing Snow White, I find her so repulsive and annoying I can't waste my money or time to go see it. It's not even worth my time. To look up her name, so good morning, all Jenna Ortega would be a better Snow White. Disney should save Zegler for a wicked character role. She'd actually be great. Everyone seems to genuinely hate her for who she is inside, and Jenna Ortega should have been Snow White. So now the big question. Did Disney make the right move by replacing Rachel with Jenna? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and stick around for the next video, because it's even juicier.